Hey, Diana! Oh my gosh! When was the last time I texted you? Did you miss me? I hope you're doing good. Wait, actually, scratch that. I guess that's still kind of hard for you, huh? I mean, think about it. It's only been 6 months. It's only been 6 months since I stole your super awesome, super hot boyfriend from you. Me and Lucas are doing really good right now. Even today we had steak for dinner. I know. It's not easy, huh? Just 6 months ago, you were dating a millionaire boyfriend and were making preparations on getting married and stuff. Too bad I stole your soon-to-be CEO fiancé from you. How does it feel like to be suddenly forced into living in poverty and misery? I would love to know. I mean, I can't even imagine. But I bet it's probably really devastating. It's not just a normal heartbreak after all. You lost a fortune, and you had your boy stolen by your younger sister. But I always told you I'd get the better of you one day. It's your fault for never taking me seriously. It's okay, Diana. You only have yourself to blame for letting your success get to your head. But you can always do better in the future. That being said, I'm not giving Lucas back to you. Because we're already married. Hey, want to check out the new purse he bought for me? I can send you a pic.
Gee, Selena, what time in the morning do you think it is right now? I thought this was some kind of emergency. You woke me up for nothing. Look, if you want someone to listen to you brag, you can either find someone else or annoy me again in the morning.
Oh, please. You're here right now. I got your attention. Why stop now? It's okay. You can be honest with me. You were staying up all night, weren't you? You were staying up all night fuming about the fact that I'm in a better position than you.
Yes, I got thirsty and woke up in the middle of the night. Listen, you can boast all you want, and for all I care, it doesn't matter in the slightest. You and Lucas are both someone from the past. I really can't care less.
Yeah, right. Like I'd believe that. Never underestimate your little sister, Diana. Never.
Why do I even try? It's not like you'll listen to me anyway. You know what? I'm going back to sleep. If you still want to text something, I'll check it in the morning.
What? Hey! You didn't let me say anything yet!
Isn't it way past your bedtime, lil sis? You should turn in too.
Diana! I'm not done yet! Diana? Hello? I'm gonna spam you all night if you don't answer me! Diana! Ooh! I get it now! I finally understand why you're acting so mean! You're being salty because you can't accept the fact that I prove myself to be better than you. I know you like playing hard to get with the boys, Diana. You were never the one to express how you actually felt. You can pretend like you're sleepy and cool with everything, but you can't deceive my eyes. I know you're still not over Lucas. I mean, that's why you were awake last night too, right? I thought you were angry, but maybe you were actually crying. Crying over the fact that poor Lucas isn't going to come back to you anymore. I bet you were super upset that I stole your chance to become a millionaire's wife from you. It must be super frustrating and upsetting, but it's not like you can say that to my face. I mean, that would be too embarrassing for you, huh? You always acted so high and mighty. I get it now. I understand everything. Aw, you poor miserable thing. Hey, I know. Now that I've seen through your cool facade, I'll tell you more about my happiness. I mean, everyone always praised you for stupid things, like getting good grades and getting into that famous company you used to work at. I bet you thought you were better than me. But you were so wrong. I'm more friendly with people, and I'm more cuter. I know exactly how to make boys fall for me. Want to know the secret to how I made your millionaire ex-boyfriend fall in love with me? Want to know how I got him to marry me instead of you? Want to know? Hey, I know you've checked my text. Why don't you say something instead of staying silent? Unless you're too upset to even reply. Oh, by the way, one of my friends said she saw you coming out of a shabby apartment building. Is that actually where you live now? I bet it is. You were living in your boyfriend's house and you never left home. I'm guessing you quit your job after you started dating him, huh? You really should have kept working. Maybe if you did, you wouldn't have had to move to a broken-down apartment. Hey! Can I ask you a question? What does it feel like to live in a broken-down building? Do you have tap water? Do you sleep with roaches? Are your living conditions as bad as movies make them seem?
You're lucky I'm the only one reading your text right now. I really hope you're not saying that in front of other people.
Finally! You replied! Took you a while. So, what's it like? I'm waiting for an answer.
Fine. I don't know if the place I'm living in right now counts as a shabby apartment, but I'll tell you what it's like. It's worth the $10,000 rent. The view is nice and the security's decent. It might not be an estate, but it has its own perks.
$10,000? Diana, you mean $1,000, right? It's okay. We all occasionally make typos. My friend said you were living in one of the cheapest neighborhoods within the area. I know your rent can't be that high. But let's just make one point clear. I'm pretty sure your place is shabby as hell, no matter who you ask. You can try acting like everything's fine as much as you want. It won't change things. You're still living in a dumpster while I'm living in an actual mansion. You should quit acting so cool. It's really cringe.
I could say the same thing about you. It's been 6 months since you and Lucas ran off. Isn't it time you found out already?
Found out what?
You really don't know, huh? It's about Lucas and his dad's company.
Oh? Go on.
Nope. This is Lucas and his family's issues. It's not something an outsider like me should be talking about. The moment we broke up and called off our wedding was the moment I no longer got involved with their business. But you know, seeing how you've been together for over 6 months, I figured it's about time you got at least a vague idea of what's happening behind the scenes. So yeah, consider this as me trying to be a responsible older sister and giving you a heads up. For old time's sake. If you want to know the actual details, do your own research and investigating. You're snoopy enough to creep into other people's love life. I know you're more capable than you seem, if you're actually motivated enough.
I really don't get it, sis. Like, what are you even talking about? Look, if you just want to act jealous and make up weird stories about Lucas and his family, go ahead. But you can't fool me. I'm far from being the smartest girl on earth, but even I'm not that dumb. You really think I'm gonna fall for a stupid lie like that? Please.
Well, I'll just say that I'm hoping you're not as stupid as you seem. But maybe I'm being too optimistic.
Come on! Look, I know you're a genius, Diana. I hate admitting this, but our parents always praised you for being smart and talented and stuff. But now that I'm with Lucas, I think that proves who the real genius was, right? I mean, think about it. I was able to win over you when it comes to relationship issues. And I'm now guaranteed a spot in a millionaire mansion. That proves I'm finally better than you, right? When it comes to looks, I already know I'm hotter than you. People would say that I'm like the goddess Vienna.
You mean Venus? Vienna's a city, Selena. In Austria.
Wait, that's what I meant. That was autocorrect.
Yeah, sure. Whatever floats your boat, girl.
I'm not lying.
Whatever. You know what? If you don't want to believe me, you don't have to. But I warned you, so don't come crawling back to me in tears if something bad happens later on. I'm going to say this again, one last time, but you should really check what's going on with Lucas and his family. If you're going to brag about being his wife, you should really start learning about your husband's business.
Pfft. Yeah, sure thing, sis. Geez, you really are at the lowest of lows right now, huh? Then again, you're poor, you're single, and you're probably never going to be able to get married with how you are now. So yeah, I don't blame you. I heard poor people tend to be more mean and cruel because they're stressed out and need to lash out at others. So I'll be nice and forgive you for lying to my face. Oh yeah, there's one more super important thing I wanted to tell you. Me and Lucas are actually going to go on a trip to Europe! Lucas has everything planned out, so I don't know the details, but I bet it's going to be super romantic. Ever since we got married, Lucas would take me to these trips every few months, and every single time he'd be so amazing. This is the true American dream, I think. Living in a beautiful mansion, going on overseas trips, having wonderful French cuisine. Oh yeah, the most important part of our next trip is that we're going to stay overseas for more than a month. Try not to get into any trouble just because you're going crazy with jealousy.
Yeah, whatever. Look, if you don't have anything else important to say, can I go?
Ooh, someone's upset.
Ugh.
Diana! Do you know what's going on right now? You know, don't you? You need to explain things to me.
Hey, I'm guessing you're back in the U.S.? Welcome home?
That's the problem. I don't have a home to go back to.
I'm sorry, what?
I just got back to our millionaire manor. You know, the one where I was living in with Lucas and his family. There are some construction workers demolishing our home. I told them to stop, but they say they're just doing their jobs.
Oh, I get it.
You know something about this, don't you? Your texts from a few months ago sound like you knew something. You need to explain things to me. What the hell is going on?
Don't ask me. Ask Lucas's parents.
Huh?
You know their contact details, right? All I know is that someone I know who lives in the area told me Lucas's family moved. I don't know much else. It's your family too now. Shouldn't you contact them yourself and find out what's going on?
So much for getting worried. I called Lucas's dad, and he told me where they moved. He also told me there was something important to discuss. He warned me that it's going to be something shocking. But you know, I know where this is going. I bet they moved to a new mansion. They must have remembered me saying that I wanted to live in a place near the beach. I wonder where it's going to be. I hope it's somewhere nice. Ooh, but living near the mountains might be nice too. If we have a large enough amount of land, we might be able to ride around on horses too. I'm so excited. I'll tell you more once I find out where we're living next. Diana, you need to hear this. It's horrible. Our new place, it's like a nightmare you can never wake up from.
What now?
I arrived at our new address, but it's the same place as your broken down apartment.
Huh. That's a weird coincidence. I guess they moved into the place after it was put up for rent. Well, this was bound to happen sooner or later. Can't say I didn't warn you.
What do you mean? Why was this bound to happen? What else do you know? You need to tell me, please.
Like I told you before, ask Lucas's parents.
Why? Why can't you just tell me everything?
Because I'm not associated with them anymore. It'd be wrong of me to just spill our private financial information about them, right? Look, I'm pretty sure Lucas's dad is going to tell you everything pretty soon. So just hear what he has to say and have him answer any questions you have. Okay? Now quit bothering me.
What the hell is going on? Seriously. I stayed up the entire night. I don't know what to say. I didn't know Lucas's dad was no longer the CEO of his company. How's Lucas going to become the next CEO now? Where is he going to get all his money now from?
Did the two finally explain everything to you?
Yeah. I didn't really understand it, but I get that they stole money from the company. And I guess that's a bad thing? Even if it's their company? That's why we're in this mess right now. Right?
Pretty much. What I know is that Lucas and his father committed embezzlement. That's why the company now has a new CEO. The company chose someone who's unrelated to those two, so they wouldn't be causing any more trouble. Are we on the same page?
Yeah. I was so shocked. I think my mind just blanked out. I thought it's still like midnight, but it's already morning. Is that why we're going to live in this shabby apartment from now on? Because they need to return the money they took?
Probably. There's also all those legal fee issues. Plus, they both lost their jobs. So, I guess they needed to make money by selling their old house.
They lost their jobs too? Like, they're fired?
Uh-huh. I found out about them committing embezzlement right before our breakup. I first got suspicious of them after noticing that they seemed to be using way more cash than their salary should allow. After having a word with them, they told me mostly everything. It seems like they didn't consider it wrong since they were at the top. I tried to make them take accountability, but that's when you joined the party. I guess Lucas found me a pain to deal with. He probably wanted an excuse to avoid me. The two of you started going out. I broke up with him, and after that, I never had the chance to talk about the issue with them anymore.
I never knew.
Well, that's pretty much my story.
But even if that were true, how much bad could they have done? I mean, we're living in an apartment with barely enough room for 3 people to sleep in. I can't believe you're living in these conditions. Which room are you in anyway? We're neighbors now, right? It'll probably be easier if I talk to you in person.
Okay, let me get one thing straight.
What?
You keep mentioning that apartment like I live there, but I don't. I'm not trying to make myself seem better or anything. I did used to live there. Or, to be more exact, that's where one of my friends used to live. She's studying medicine, so she really needed all the time and money she could save. But she was still kind enough to let me stay over until I found a new place after I left Lucas's home. Obviously, I moved after I found a new house. I couldn't just have her take me in forever. Remember the $10,000 apartment I mentioned in the past? That's really where I'm living right now. I also wanted to thank my friend for having my back despite all the hardship she's facing. So a few months ago, I finally convinced her to stay with me over at my new apartment. The old apartment was put up for rent, and I'm guessing that by some weird coincidence, Lucas's family decided to rent the place next.
I thought that $10,000 was a typo, though.
You thought it was, but I never said it was.
I can't believe this. This can't be happening. Yeah, this can't be happening. You're lying. You were just staying over at Lucas's place doing nothing but stay at home all day. Maybe you were cooking and cleaning or whatever, but you shouldn't have enough money to rent a place so expensive. I mean, you quit your job.
That's another thing I should probably clear up. I didn't have the mental energy to correct you since I knew you wouldn't listen, but I didn't quit my job.
Huh?
Ever heard of people working from home? Remotely? That's how I work anyway. I'm doing some other things too on my free time. You know, like stock trading.
Seriously?
Plus, this friend of mine insisted on helping me with the rent, so she's also paying a part of it. The old apartment was $1,000 per month, so that's how much she's covering. I didn't ask her to move in because I wanted her to pay for rent, but she really insisted. I guess that's what it's like to have really awesome friends. Or maybe she's just that happy to have a working shower, no offense to her. She's also getting along really well with my parents, so that's cool.
Wait, why mention our parents? Where did that come from?
Oh, right. So they come by to our place every other weekend. They first came over so I could introduce them to my friend. You know, since we're roommates now. But the three got along really well. I think they like her more than me, actually. They joke around about how she could become their new daughter because, well, you're kind of a disgrace. You know, with the whole stealing the older sister's fiancé business. I mean, I'm not that bothered by it since I know how messed up Lucas and his dad actually were. But I guess things are different for them.
Now you're really making things up. Mom and Dad live in another state. They might not like me, but they can't visit you two that frequently.
Wow. You really don't know anything, do you? They moved about half a year ago.
What do you mean?
Haven't Mom and Dad told you that they moved nearby our place?
What? No. When? Why?
Beats me. But they finally purchased their own home, so maybe they got tired of renting an apartment?
I can't believe this. Is that what Dad meant then?
So he did tell you?
I don't know. 6 months ago, right after I married Lucas and started living with him in that mansion, Dad sent me a text saying he was going to move out with Mom. I thought they got jealous of me living in a millionaire estate. I thought they wanted me to convince Lucas's parents to let them live there too. So I texted him back with something like, "You don't belong here," and then he went silent. It wasn't like I had any reason to contact Mom and Dad, so yeah.
Let me guess. You decided to block their number or something?
You can't blame me. I thought they were going to ask us for money and stuff. I mean, they were so against our marriage. Why would we want to be nice to them after all the arguments we had?
Selena, I'm pretty sure any parent would be concerned if one of their daughters stole their other daughter's fiancé. And I'm 100% sure they'd be really against it if they tried to get married, too.
I know.
Besides, you know what Dad is like. He absolutely despises being indebted. We can't even invite him over to dinner without him feeling the need to give us something back.
I know, it's just... I thought maybe there was an exception.
You know, you really are good at taking facts and distorting them to fit your own narrative.
What?
Think about what you've been saying all this time. When I told you that I'm living in an apartment with a rent of $10,000 per month, you laughed it off saying that I made a typo. When I told you that you should check in with Lucas and his parents about his business issues, you brushed it off saying I was making things up out of jealousy. And when Dad told you that he was moving, you thought he was going to barge into Lucas's place and decided to block Mom and Dad's numbers. Take a good look at yourself in the mirror. Do you understand what's happening to you right now?
What are you trying to say? I don't get it.
I'm giving you a hint to better yourself, Selena. Take a good look at yourself and try to understand why you're in this hot mess right now. This is about your future, and I really hope you're old enough to finally notice and fix your flaws. Anyway, Dad and I decided that we aren't going to tell you our new addresses.
What? Why? What did I do?
We just don't want to get dragged around by you anymore. It's really tiring.
Huh?
It was nice knowing you, Selena. Maybe we can talk again in a few years, once you've finally grown up.
Diana! What are you saying? Diana?
I showed Mom and Dad that conversation I had with Selena the next weekend. They sighed heavily, muttering under their breaths about how they can't fathom where they might have messed up. My parents praised me when we were kids for being the responsible one who does her homework, but it's not like they ignored Selena either. I mean, she was the friendly goofball who always made everyone smile. Still, if I were to guess, I'd say the root cause of Selena's inferiority complex is our late grandmother. I remember a night where I overheard her having a chat with Selena. We were like 14, but it was pretty upsetting, so I still kind of remember it. To put it nicely, our grandmother was giving a talk about how Selena was a stupid girl and that she needed to kiss up to the boys if she didn't want to live a miserable life like her. I regret not having the courage to butt in and stand up for her back then, but she already overstepped her boundaries, so she needs to learn her lesson. After that incident, it seems like Lucas and his family aren't letting her get divorced. I admit Selena's pretty beautiful. From what I've heard, it seems like they want to use her for scams and other questionable businesses to pay for the debt they're currently in. Some people never learn, I guess. I pray Selena's not like them, but who knows? As far as I know, Lucas and his dad stole an unlaughable amount of money from the company. Even if their business turns out to be a success, it's probably going to take more than a few years. About a year later, I heard that Selena, Lucas, and his parents all vanished from the apartment they moved into. God knows where they are right now. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. Feel free to leave any thoughts in the comment section, and I hope we get to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching!
Hi, is this Maggie's phone number?
Yes, this is she.
You're Richard's wife, aren't you?
No, that's not my husband's name.
What? Don't lie to me. I know you're going through a divorce with him right now.
I'm not. I don't know anyone who's called Richard except for my uncle. My husband's name is Nathan. Nathan Andrews.
You just made up that name, didn't you? Nice try, but you can't fool me.
What? I didn't. I'm telling you the truth. Are you sure you have the right number? Because I am so confused by what you're saying to me.
I'm 100% sure I have the right number. I got your number from Richard's contacts.
That's strange. I don't know why Richard has my phone number. Who is this?
I'm Hannah. You've heard of me before, haven't you?
I don't think so, although it's a common name. I don't have any acquaintances named Hannah. Sorry.
Well, we've never met, so I guess we're technically not acquaintances. Yet. But I'm sure you've heard about me from someone before. Ring any bells?
I'm sorry, but I have no idea who you are.
No way! Richard said that he mentioned me before you two got married. He said that he told you the name of his first wife.
I think you have the wrong number because I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't have a husband named Richard. And my husband and I have dated since 18 years old, and we were each other's first love. There's no way he'd been married before our marriage. We've been together since we were freshmen and got married 3 years after we graduated from college. It's just impossible that he got married before. The story doesn't add up.
Stop making up stories. Why are you trying to hide the fact that you were once married to Richard?
What? I'm not making up anything. I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, stop it. It makes it seem as if you're trying to escape from the fact that Richard left you. I bet you still can't get over him. How pathetic. Let me give you a reality check since it seems like you don't understand. Richard chose me over you. He doesn't love you anymore.
Okay. I don't even know who Richard is. I don't know what you want me to say.
Stop trying to act like you don't care. I know you're trying to hide your emotions. Richard threw his divorce papers at you, didn't he? All signed and ready to turn into the public office.
I still don't know what you're talking about. In fact, I think you're the one who's making up these stories. Or you're talking to the wrong Maggie. If this is some kind of prank, please stop. I don't have time for this, okay? I don't know who you are or who Richard is. I'm just a housewife who's trying to live a normal life.
Oh, look. Richard just got back from the public office, which means that he's turned in the paperwork to file for a divorce. He's finally free from his terrible marriage with you. I have to celebrate with a bottle of champagne.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not married to anyone named Richard, and my real husband is at work right now. I've never touched divorce documents before, and my husband and I are at a really good place right now. We'd never get a divorce.
Stop trying so hard. I know you signed the papers. Whatever excuses you make, it doesn't change the fact that Richard came back to me. He chose me over you. Do you know what this means? It means I win, and you just lost.
Okay then, if you're happy with that, so be it. I don't care what you have to say about me because I don't know what you're talking about.
How cute. You're still trying to act tough. Just wait and see until you wake up from denial. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a happy marriage to get back to. I have to turn in the marriage documents first thing tomorrow morning. Goodbye, loser Maggie. Hello, loser Maggie. Richard just filed the marriage documents this morning. We turned them into the public office. Richard and I are officially married now.
Oh, it's you again. Sarah, was it?
It's Hannah. Oh, how dare you forget my name?
Sorry, it's hard to remember your name when I've never met you.
Anyways, I'm so glad I was able to get back together with Richard. He was everything that I look for in a man. He's rich, he's handsome, he's caring. After all, I deserve him more than you do. He made the right choice to leave you. I'm so excited about my new marriage. A mansion with a giant pool, luxury cars, fancy vacations, home parties, endless shopping. The list goes on. This is the lifestyle I deserve. Thanks for divorcing your husband so that I could have all of this to myself.
Not that it's any of your business, but my husband's not loaded like you think he is. He's just a typical salesman. His income is about average, I'd say.
Oh, stop lying! You're just jealous of me and don't want me to have all of this luxury lifestyle. Nice try, but you're not going to take away any of this from me. Plus, he's not your husband anymore. Stop saying my husband. You've divorced him already. Now you're just a single, lonely, pathetic loser. Richard's my husband, not yours. Why don't you face reality and move on?
Well, I guess you're right about the last part because my husband's name is not Richard.
Here we go again. You're just in some kind of denial of getting left by Richard. How pathetic. You should get some help. Go ahead and keep denying the fact that your husband left you. Nothing is going to change that fact, okay? Richard and I are going to live our best marriage. We're going on our second honeymoon this Thursday. I can't wait. We're traveling all over Europe. It's going to be so romantic. I bet he never took you on a honeymoon like this. He probably took you to Hawaii or something. Anyways, I gotta go get ready. It's going to be a long trip. I can't wait to get on our private jet.
Hi, Nathan. I know you're in the middle of your business trip, but there's something I want to discuss with you. It's kind of important.
Hey, Maggie, is everything okay? What's going on?
So, there's this girl who's been texting and sending me weird messages lately.
Weird messages? Like the one that would go around during middle school saying that if you don't resend it to 10 people, you're gonna die? I miss those, to be honest.
If it was that, I probably wouldn't be telling you about it. It's nothing like that. It's even creepier and more serious than that.
What is it?
Apparently, your name is Richard, and you were once married to a girl named Hannah, and now you two are married again since you divorced me.
What?
That was exactly my reaction when she first texted me.
So, a girl named Hannah, who you've never met, randomly sent you a text saying that she's the ex-wife of a guy named Richard? And told you that Richard was going to divorce you to remarry her? It's probably a misunderstanding.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell her, but she wouldn't listen. She keeps on saying that I must be in denial. It's crazy.
Wait, hold on. I think I know Richard. Actually, you know him too.
What? I do?
Remember in college, we went to a party when school started, and we were introduced to a guy named Richard, and he invited us to join the tennis club.
Oh my god, I'd completely forgotten about him. The only Richard that came up to my mind was my uncle.
You guys exchanged numbers, right? Maybe that Hannah girl saw your number on his phone and got jealous. I don't know. Let me talk to Richard. I think he might know something.
Okay, let me know if you get any updates.
Hey, Maggie, so I have some updates. So, it's true that Hannah used to be Richard's ex-wife, but they got divorced years ago, and Richard's not planning to ever get back with her.
Okay, I can see that.
He had no idea what Hannah was up to, and he thinks that she must have taken your number from his phone. He said he was sorry for getting you involved in his ex-wife's mess, and said that he'll take action to make it stop.
Okay, how is he going to do that?
I'm not exactly sure, but I heard that he's been talking to his lawyer about Hannah. He didn't give me any details other than that. Ever since he divorced Hannah, he began a business with a friend which skyrocketed. Hannah's been stalking him for his money.
This Thursday? I wonder if it's a coincidence that it's the same day as her honeymoon.
A honeymoon? Aren't they divorced, though?
Yeah, she was bragging about going to Europe for a second honeymoon on Thursday. Private jet, champagne, everything. I'm sure she's lying, though, if Richard denied them getting remarried.
She probably is. From what I've heard from you and Richard, Hannah sounds like an insane person. If she says anything crazy to you again, you should just ignore her.
Yeah, you're right. I'll try not to let her get to me.
Oh, I gotta go now. I'm running late for a meeting. I'll see you later when I get home. Let's continue our discussion during dinner tonight.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
Today's the day. It's finally my honeymoon. I was so excited that I couldn't sleep last night. I can't believe Richard's taking me to Europe with his private jet. We're gonna drink champagne and have the most luxurious flight experience. I'm so excited. I guess you're just stuck at home with your ordinary, boring, lonely life. Poor you. Doesn't it suck to be left by your husband? It's okay, though. I'll make sure to have plenty of fun in honor of you, the ex-wife. Anyways, I better get going now. Richard's waiting for me. But before that, look how cute we are together. I'll send you a picture just for you. I know you're jealous and all, but I hope you don't hate me for replacing you. I'm gonna now enjoy my trip. I'll make sure to send you a bunch of pics. Goodbye! Maggie! What's going on here? What did you do?
Oh, hi, Hannah. That photo with your husband? That's a good one. I laughed so hard that I dropped my phone. When did you take the picture?
What? Why are you laughing about it?
You took that photo 5 years ago when you married Richard, didn't you? It's a nice photo.
What? No, it's not. I took it before our trip.
Oh, don't lie, Hannah. How many times are you going to lie to the people around you until you start to get confused about what's real and what's not? My husband and I had a video call with Richard yesterday. He showed me his new tattoo on his arm.
What? A tattoo?
He made friends with a tattoo artist a while back and got his arm tattooed on his birthday a few months ago. But in the photo you sent me, he didn't have any tattoos, which means that it must have been taken a while back. I just find the whole thing hilarious. How you've been making up an entire lie, trying to brag about your honeymoon when you've been divorced from your husband. I'm sorry, but how old are you? I don't think we're that far apart, but this is too high school for me. Or is this a prank? If it is, props to you. because I find the whole thing disturbing yet hilarious at the same time.
What? No, it's not a prank. Everything I'm saying is true. Also, I must have just sent an old photo by accident, okay? I wasn't paying attention because I was too excited about our honeymoon. But that's not my point. I texted you to have you explain to me what's going on with Richard right now. I texted him saying how excited I was for our honeymoon in Europe, but then he said we were going to Hawaii. What is this all about? Did you not divorce Richard after all? I am so confused. You better explain yourself before I do something you'll regret.
How many times do I have to tell you? Richard is not my husband. That's not my husband's name.
But he said you were his ex-wife. He said his first wife's name was Maggie.
Do you know how common that name is? It's not as common as yours, but did you ever ask yourself that it might have been a coincidence that we had the same name? Richard didn't want to tell you the real name of his first wife because he was scared of what you might do, knowing how much you love to scheme. He came up with a random name, Maggie. Interestingly, it wasn't so random. It turns out that my husband and I know him since college.
What? You knew him from college?
We were in tennis club together, but I had completely forgotten since I rarely spoke to Richard. I remembered when my husband pointed it out.
What?
Richard was trying to protect his first wife, just in case you found out her identity and did something crazy. I guess it didn't prevent you from acting out since you harassed me with all those texts. The only reason you and I are speaking right now is because you saw my phone number under the name Maggie and assumed it was his ex-wife. Maybe if he would have used a more unique name, this wouldn't have happened.
What? What about his visit to the public office? How do you explain that?
He had to take care of something else that's unrelated to the marriage documents you thought he was turning in. He destroyed the marriage documents already. It's no use.
He did what?
Oh, and let's not forget your honeymoon in Europe. It turns out that he told you he was going to move to Europe for his business, but somehow you misinterpreted that you guys were going on a honeymoon. After he corrected you that it wasn't a honeymoon, you started yelling at him. So he gave up and told you that he was taking you to Hawaii, just so that you would calm down. He couldn't handle the unnecessary amount of drama you were starting. Everything he said that wasn't something you wanted, you'd change the story to your liking. You manipulated and twisted his words, and he realized that. He didn't want anything to do with you anymore, so he took the first flight to Europe this morning.
What? He's not here anymore? You mean we never got remarried? I can't believe it.
You were just being delusional. This was all a misunderstanding, and you had the wrong person this entire time. I'm just a girl, married to a wonderful man named Nathan, who I've been dating since college. I'm not Richard's ex-wife you were trying to harass.
So, I wasted all my time and energy on a random person?
You've got the wrong person. That's what I've been telling you since the beginning, but you never listened. At least now you know. It probably would have saved you all of this humiliation if you would have listened to me in the first place.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. I need to speak to Richard.
He has nothing to say to you.
What did he say? I need to talk to him. You need to tell me where he's moving. I'm gonna book a flight to Europe.
I don't think that's a good idea. You wouldn't want him to file a restraining order against you, do you? I don't have any other information about him, so don't even bother asking what his new address is. Even if I knew, I wouldn't tell it to someone like you.
What? No! I need this help. I have a bunch of debt to pay and I need him to help me. I have no one that I can turn to.
That's not my problem. You have serious issues. Delusion, manipulation, obsession. If I were you, I'd get my mental health checked.
Please, I'm sorry. Give me his address. Please.
I was too scared of having a psycho have my phone number, so I changed it immediately after I blocked her. It turns out that the real reason behind Hannah wanting to remarry Richard was only for his money. After their divorce, Hannah drove her car into someone else's and had to pay a large amount of money to cover her insurance. But since she didn't have any money, she decided to turn to Richard, who'd become rich after his business took off. And the rest is history. Hannah didn't give up after I spoke to her. She broke into Richard's parents' home, begging them to help her. She asked them to give information about Richard's address and phone number, threatening to burn their house down if they didn't. After their neighbor called the police, Hannah was taken to authorities and was pressed charges against her for stalking and breaking into private property. I hope she cools her head off and reflects on her actions behind bars. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit like, comment, and subscribe.
Hey, Hannah. You there? I'm here, Shane. What's the matter? It's not urgent or anything, but I might not be able to text you that frequently for some time. I thought I'd inform you. Oh? Did something happen? Yeah. I'll spare you the details, but we had some major issues back at work. It involves some of our clients, too, so it's something that requires all the attention we can provide. Long story short, we're going to have to focus on dealing with the issue, and it might take some decent amount of time. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you know how long it'll take for you guys? We're not entirely sure yet, but we'll need at least 2 weeks. I'm guessing we should be able to fix things up within 3 weeks at the latest, though. I see. Yeah. Anyway, we're all going to work overtime for a while to fix things up as soon as possible. So, basically, I'm probably not going to be able to talk with you as much unless it's like during the middle of the night. I hope that's okay. I understand. I have no problems with that. Actually, if you're going to be busy, you don't have to worry about calling or texting me for the next few weeks. I won't bother you with my texts, too. Just tell me once your issues back at work are solved. We can talk again after that. Are you sure? That'll actually be great. Of course. I don't want you to worry about me when you're already stressed with what's going on back at work. I mean, I don't want you to get sleep deprived, you know? Just because we're living apart at the moment doesn't mean we forgot how to trust each other. It's not like we need to text each other every other day to remember we're married. Yeah, you're right. Thank you so much. I'll text you if any emergencies come up. Otherwise, I won't bother you. Okay, then I'll text you again once everything is settled. Love you, Hannah. I love you too, Shane. Good luck. I wish you the best. Shane? Hello? This is Ash, Hannah's brother, in case you don't remember my name. Ash? I remember. The last time we talked was during your wedding, right? What's the matter? Is something wrong? Where are you right now? I'm at work. I was just about to take a quick lunch break. Why? What? I'm sorry, but do you think this is funny? Because this is really messed up, man. Huh? Wait, I don't understand. I wasn't trying to be rude or anything, but I am sorry if I came across that way. What's wrong with you? I thought you were much more better than this. You seemed like a chill guy. Okay, never mind. You know why I'm texting you right now, right? I'm sorry, but I'm utterly clueless. Seriously? Give me a break. I'd appreciate some insight, though. Why do you sound so stressed? Shane, bro, my man. You really shouldn't ghost people. We're talking about an actual funeral. And it's for your wife's parents. You know? Wait, what? We're going to start the funeral in a few hours. I know they're not your parents, but don't you think it's kind of rude not to join us? Like, even if you were super busy, the least you could have done is tell us you weren't coming. Honestly, I'm pretty disappointed in you. You couldn't even give us one call. I'm sorry to hear about your parents, Ash. But I didn't know about the funeral. I didn't even know they passed away. What? You're not kidding? You really didn't know? This is the first time I've ever heard about it. Okay. Wait, first of all, do you know about how our parents were hospitalized after getting into a car accident? A car accident? Really? Is that why they've passed? Yeah. They were both taken to the same hospital. Dad didn't make it out of surgery. My mom did, but she died anyway a few days after him. I see. I thought it was odd that they were both having a funeral at the same time. I'm deeply sorry for your loss. They were extremely nice people. Yeah. Today's the main funeral. We're going to bury them at a nearby cemetery. Do you think you can come? I'll send you the address. I'm sorry, but you shouldn't bother. I'm 100% sure I can't make it. The earliest I can get there would be tonight. Why? Boss won't allow it? I don't know where you work, but I do know where you and Hannah live. It shouldn't be that far from here. If you don't have a car or something, I can come and get you. Oh, and you don't have to worry about your clothes, if that's what you're concerned about. I'm pretty sure Mom and Dad won't care even if you attended their funeral in hoodies and jeans. Actually, I'm in Chicago right now. I've been working here for the past 2 years or so. Our company opened a new branch and I was assigned to work here. Chicago? Whoa, that's far. Guess we'll need to get you an airplane ticket if we wanted to get you here, huh? Makes sense why you can't make it. I'm guessing Hannah's going to come too. Could you tell her I'm sorry about not being able to show up? If she forgot to text me, she must have been really shaken up. I don't want her to blame herself for me not being there. Actually, this is kind of awkward. What's awkward? So, I couldn't get Hannah on the phone either. I haven't seen her in a while, too. Really? Do you know if everything is okay with her? Well, I'm not sure if okay is the right word to describe the situation. But I don't think she's hurt or anything. I'm sure she's fine. Okay. Well, as long as she's safe. Hey, Shane? I'm probably going to be repeating myself several times, but can I borrow a few more minutes of your time? I want to get some things straight, and I'm going to need you to answer some weird questions. Sure. Ask me anything. I'll answer what I can. Thanks. So, just making sure. But you've been in Chicago for the past 2 years or something? Yeah, but Hannah's still in our old place. I mean, Hannah's working too, so we can't just both move. I'm guessing that's where your confusion stems from. Yeah, probably. So you're like in a long-distance relationship right now? Pretty much. I'll be back home in a few more weeks, though. Huh. Do you and Hannah talk to each other frequently? You know, like calling each other and stuff. Yeah, I guess we do. We don't talk every day, but we call or text each other every other day and talk about how we're doing. When was the last time you talked to her, then? About 2 weeks ago, I think. 2 weeks? Sounds like it's been more than several days to me. Yeah, we had this thing back at work, and I couldn't text her as frequently. I told Hannah about it, and she said she won't text me unless there was an emergency. Huh, I see. Then I'm guessing you haven't met her in person for a while. Yeah, the last time I was with her in person was about 5 months ago. I got a few days off of work, so I thought I should visit her. 5 months ago, huh? Mom and Dad got in that car crash about 2 weeks ago, but you never heard about that, right? I'm sorry, but no. It's just like I said earlier. Got it. Why exactly are you asking me these questions? Well, the thing is, I actually called Hannah about 5 days ago. She had me handle all the funeral stuff. Said she was busy. So I needed to tell her about the date and time we were holding the funeral after I decided on it. But the person who answered the phone was a guy, and he said he was you. Me? Yeah. I thought he didn't sound like you, but I brushed it off thinking it was either my imagination or the speakers making your voice weird. Anyway, the guy said Hannah had a really bad cold, and that was the reason why he was answering my call instead of her. I told him I called because I wanted to talk about the funeral, and I gave him the general details. But, Shane, according to you, you were in Chicago when I called? Yeah. And there's no way you could have answered Hannah's phone in her place. I didn't even know you called her. If you need me to prove myself, I think I can get a record of me clocking in at my office if I ask some people. Huh. To be honest, I'm willing to take your word, but that might help just in case. We can talk about that later, though. That's not the main thing I want to talk about. After that call, I called Hannah again, a day or two later. I wanted to check on her. If she's still sick, we might have to either do the funeral without her or reschedule, right? Anyway, the guy who said he was you answered the call again. I told him everything, and he said he'll talk to Hannah about it. But ever since that call, I never got a hold of them again. Really? Yeah. I texted her, I called her, but no dice. I was the one who was supposed to prepare for everything, and the guy did say that Hannah was sick. And I guess having both of my parents suddenly die also took the cool out of me. I hate to admit it, but I don't think I was thinking straight. Guess I was in a panic. I completely forgot that you and I exchanged contact details when we met back at my wedding. Don't be so hard on yourself. Anyone would feel that way after going through what you have. Thanks. Anyway, that's why I texted you now. I just remembered a few minutes before I contacted you today. I see. I think I have a general idea of what went on. You mentioned today was the main funeral. Are you doing something later on? Yeah. Since there was a chance Hannah couldn't come, I arranged it so that we can have a wake on a later date. You know, the reception where we gather around and spend time as family. Some people who can't come today will be there too. Got it. You think you might be able to come? It's on Saturday, 3 days from now. Starts at 6 p.m. If you need a ride from the airport, I'm here for you. Thanks. If it's on a Saturday, I'm pretty sure I can make it. The ride would really help, though. All right, man. Just tell me what time and I'll go and pick you up. Thanks. I'll also see if I can get Hannah on the line. Understood. Sorry for robbing your lunch break. I'll talk to you later. Don't worry about it. I'll text you again once I get my airplane ticket. Hannah! This is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Do you know the details about your parents' funeral? The burial is happening today, and the reception's going to be on Saturday at 6 p.m. Your brother's getting worried. For whatever reason, he can't get a hold of you. He wasn't even able to check in with you about the date and time of the funeral. I'll be catching a flight and attending the reception. Don't worry about the car. Ash is giving me a ride. Once you read my message, make sure you contact him. Okay? Hey, Shane. Thanks for coming. I know it was pretty sudden. Evening, Ash. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry about not being able to make it to the burial. It's alright. It's not your fault after all. I just found out who the guy was on Hannah's phone. You know, the guy who was impersonating you. Really? Who is it? First things first, I'm going to have to warn you. Things aren't looking really good for you. What do you mean? There's a lot of things to talk about, so it'd be better to tell you in person. Are you going back to Chicago? Not yet. We're nearly done solving our issue at work, so I was able to get permission to work remotely. I was thinking of staying in town for a few more days. I'm worried about the whole thing with Hannah. Got it. Good call, I guess. Would you be at your old place? I'm thinking of visiting you tomorrow afternoon, if that's all right with you. Yeah, come by anytime. I'll be waiting. Hannah? Hey, Shane. It's been about a few weeks, huh? Is everything back at work all right? Everything solved? Yeah, pretty much. There's no need to worry about that. Anyway, I'm back home right now. Wait, you are? It's not a holiday or anything, right? Did you take some days off of work? Is that even okay? I managed. What about you? What have you been doing? I was kind of busy with some things too. It's all handled now, though. I'm out right now spending time with my work buddies. I'll probably be home late, so could you eat dinner by yourself? Forget about dinner. Did you contact your brother? Ash? No. Why? Just contact him. It'll be faster that way. Okay. Shane, I can explain. You were cheating with a guy you used to date back in college. And you were on a trip with him for about a week. Or so I've heard. Wait, Shane. Please, listen. I didn't know the funeral already happened. I thought it was happening this week. I thought I still had time. I just didn't know. But you don't deny cheating on me? I mean, it's not like we were actively trying to cheat on you. But I can't really deny being with him, can I? I am sorry about it. For real. I just felt lonely because you weren't with me. And one day I just ran into Kyle. We just hung out together several times and had dinner and stuff. Things just happened, you know? But I mean, I understand why you might see it that way. I'm sorry. So, you weren't cheating, but you went on a 1-week overseas trip with him? Without telling me anything? Well, yes. Yeah, I'm not buying that. Look, just spare me the excuses and tell me what really went on. First of all, how did you not even know about the date of your parents' funeral? You knew about them passing away from that car crash, didn't you? Ash and I both know that this Kyle guy answered Ash's call at least 3 times, pretending to be me. Believing that Kyle was me, Ash told him about the specifics about the funeral. He should have told you the details about the funeral. And yet you didn't come. It doesn't even seem like you knew about it. Why? How does that even happen? Just tell me the truth, Hannah. There's no point in hiding anything at this point, right? Well, yeah, I guess you're right. So, the thing is, Kyle and I both planned our trip out a few months ago. It was before the car crash. I didn't want to cancel our trip, though. I mean, I've never been overseas before, and we already got our tickets. We booked a hotel, too. I thought I might still be able to make the trip if I had Ash prepare the funeral, so that's what I did. And during the trip, Kyle told me he'll hold on to my phone. He said it so I can focus on the trip without worrying about getting and replying to texts from Ash. He said it was so I could enjoy myself. Kyle promised that he'll tell me if Ash or anyone else contacted me. And he did tell me about Ash's first call. But he lied about it. Kyle said the funeral was going to be held this week. That's why I thought I didn't have to worry about it during the trip. He didn't tell me about the second call or all the other times Ash tried to contact me. He didn't tell me about your texts either. I just got him to explain to me, and he said he did everything so we could enjoy our first overseas trip together. But, I mean, it's too much. He even deleted all the texts you and Ash sent me so I wouldn't see them once I got my phone back. He even blocked you two while we were on our trip. Anyway, I really didn't know that the funeral was already over. I really thought it was going to be this week. I see. I mean, I just can't believe him. I didn't know he was such a jerk. So, I said I wasn't even going to meet him again. Like, I broke up with him. So you don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay. Like, it's unbelievable, right? A guy shouldn't lie about a funeral. I told him what he did was unforgivable. I won't ever see him again, I promise. But Hannah, you knew about your parents getting in that car crash, and you knew they passed away, right? Your brother directly informed you about it, but you went on that trip regardless, right? Well, yeah. And you didn't even bother to tell me about it, right? Even though you have multiple opportunities to? I'm sorry. I just didn't know how to bring it up. Are you sure? Because I'm thinking you didn't bring it up because you were simply afraid of the possibility of me coming back. After all, a husband would probably want to stay with his wife if her parents got in a car accident, especially if it involved death. You really wanted to go on that trip, huh? I hope you had fun.
Shane, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry too.
So, we're good now, right? I mean, I said I was sorry, and I promised I won't see Kyle again. We can forget about this and move on, right?
Hannah, even if you broke up with him, the fact still remains that you cheated on me. I don't think we can just forget about that.
But it's over with Kyle. I'm not going to see him anymore. You don't have to worry about it anymore. The issue resolved itself. So, we're okay, right?
I'm sorry, but we're not okay. Look, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get a divorce.
Huh?
I'm sure Ash expressed his disappointment in you too. He and I talked things over in private. You're not allowed to set foot in his or his parents' house anymore. At least for a decent while.
But, I mean, I can't just ignore the fact that my parents died. I need to at least pay them some respect.
If you want to do that, no one's going to stop you. Just do it when everyone else isn't there, so they don't have to see your face.
Shane, whatever the case, I'm going to come back home now. So I think we should take some time to talk things over in person. You know? We can, talk things over dinner and stuff. I can explain my side of the story, too.
I left home. I won't be coming back.
Huh?
I left the documents we need for the divorce and my lawyer's contact details on the dining table. You can check them once you're back home.
Hold on! Why do we need to get a divorce? That's absurd! There's literally no reason to! I broke up with Kyle, and I apologized about the funeral! What more do you need from me?
Hannah, I can't trust a person who's going to cheat on me. And I certainly can't trust a person who'd rather go on a trip with her boyfriend than tell her husband about her parents' death and funeral. You say you broke up with Kyle, but would you have done the same if the funeral thing didn't happen? Would you have done the same if your parents didn't pass away?
But, Shane...
Look, if there's anything else important you need to say, you can tell it to my lawyer. Otherwise, you really shouldn't bother. Goodbye, Hannah. It was nice while it lasted.
Shane? Could you maybe reconsider the whole lawsuit thing? I don't have the money. I can't afford it. I was hoping I could get some money out of my parents' fortune, but it turns out I'm not getting even a cent of inheritance. It seems like my parents thought I don't deserve it since I never bothered showing my face to them after I got married to you. Everything went to my brother and his family, just because they were the ones who bothered to hang out with them during the holidays and stuff. It's not like Ash did anything special, though. All he did was help them out every now and then. My parents are being petty. Well, they were petty, I guess. It's not fair, but it doesn't seem like there's anything I can do about it now, so I'm stuck. Basically, I'm kind of broke at the moment. And I'm so stressed out because of Kyle's wife. She's totally crazy. I never knew he was married. That dude really didn't bother to tell me anything. I used up a lot of my money on that overseas trip we had. I really don't have any spare change. I mean, I would have asked you for money if we weren't divorced. Are you still upset? Would you consider getting back together if I asked nicely? It's not like we had a bad relationship, right? We got along well. We could totally start things over. Please? Come on, Shane. The least you can do is read my texts. Answering a single call won't kill you. Come on, Shane. Please?
Hannah kept on pressing the fact that she broke up with Kyle. In her mind, it seems like we have no reason to get divorced since she's no longer cheating on me. I was baffled by her, to say the least. My lawyer stepped in and gave her a nice talk, though. He pretty much summed up everything I wanted to say, talking about trust and commitment. Several hours of talking seemed to finally help Hannah understand that what she did was something unforgivable. Even if she broke up with her boyfriend after everything, the fact still remains that she cheated on me once, and the fact still remains she would have probably continued the relationship had things been different. It seemed like that was when Hannah finally understood she had no chance with me anymore. She finally agreed to getting a divorce and paid for the lawsuits, borrowing money from someplace. After not being able to attend her parents' funeral, getting cut off from her brother, breaking up with her boyfriend, and getting a divorce, it seems like Hannah developed depression. Although I would love to feel sorry for her, I can't say that I am. After all, this could have all been avoided if she didn't cheat on me, or if she didn't prioritize her trip over her parents' funeral. After a while, I heard that she's currently still working at her old job while trying to repay all her debt. She's occasionally taking days off of work depending on her mental state, but it doesn't seem like she's doing well. Ash and I can only hope this tough experience would help her sort out her priorities in the future.
If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. Feel free to leave any thoughts in the comment section, and I hope we get to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching!